Fantastic.
First of all, listening to it, almost 40 people coming to America from Scotland, you just absolute happiness, but a logistical nightmare when you think about how we're going to do it. Managing to pull it off has been an absolute proud moment, but you guys reminded me of who I am. You gave me that spark back and that drive to just be who I am and be true to who I am, because I realise that yous are my people and I am accepted by every single one of you, and the feeling yous have given me over the past 10 years in accepting me and my son into your group is something that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. So yous, I was meant to help yous, but in fact yous helped me. So
Through all these 11 days we've been through, what's your highlights, your takeaway for us or for everyone who's going to be able to watch this video?
my highlight is that you guys make community true. Watching 40 people within the one room in that space that we were in last night even, and just everyone having a good time, no one feeling left out, everyone is just enjoying themselves, shows that there's just a true sense of community. The 5 values that you get honed into your brains during first year, second year, third year and even fourth year from community development at Glasgow University, I could see them shine through every single one of you guys, and that was my highlight. Also the way that you treated my son with total respect, dignity and inclusion. He has had an absolute ball. He has gained around 30 aunties and 20 uncles in this trip, so he has had an absolute ball. He has remembered every single one of your names, and for me that is just a true token to who you guys are as people.
Mary, anything I didn't ask you would like to add on?
I just want to say that this past 10 days has been a life-changing pivotal moment in my career path, future path, and just again to thank every single one of you. There's not one person that didn't welcome me and my son into this group, and I just want to thank you for everything and all the experiences, and in particular just to say Helen Martin is just an absolute inspiration of a woman. I said that 15 years ago when I met her, she was my teacher. She has been a very, very good friend to me over the past 10 years, and now I regard her as family, and the way that she's treated me and my son will be forever hold a place in my heart. So thank you, Helen Martin.
Totally agree.
2, 3.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Conversation Chairs. Today I'm going to ask my guest to introduce himself, tell us what he's studying at university and what year he's in.
Hi, I'm Jamie Haswell. I'm a second year at University of Glasgow studying community development.
Thanks Jamie, nice to meet you man.
Nice to meet you.
Jamie, can you tell us over the last 10 days what's been your most memorable, favourite or takeaway moment?
Oh, it's a hard one. Would probably have to say it's between the Bell Hook Centre and Cumberland Falls.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Two good places, I enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and just, well, can you tell us, Jamie, for future students who maybe see this and who are unsure about attending an international trip, what would you say to them?
Oh, 100% do it. Like, definitely. If you're feeling nervous or like second guessing it, take the leap, go for it. I was quite anxious about coming and spending like 12 days with everybody, but it's actually been amazing. Best experience ever.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I'm third year pupil at Glasgow University doing BA Honours on Community Development, heading into fourth year hopefully. I think my highlight was definitely the single mum when we went to that church, the single mum group, where the mums were allowed to be able to take time out from the kids and then volunteers looked after them. I thought that was amazing what they do, and I don't know, it was definitely an eye-opener how the church sees single parents.
Yeah.
I found that quite upsetting because I thought the church should be more forgiving in terms of how people's life falls at me, whatever. But anyway, America's very church-based, I think. So I think there's scope to allow the church to maybe broaden their horizons a bit. The other highlight was the debate we had at the uni. Was that a uni?
Was it uni? Aye.
Yeah, I thought that was a great one with what we learned about America, how stunned they were that we're more advanced than them, and I actually thought it was the other way around. I thought they were more advanced, but that really took me aback a bit, thinking, well, wait a minute, where's all their billions and billions of dollars going? If everybody here is struggling, some folk have 2 or 3 jobs just to tide things over, but still rely on food banks in order to cover their kids' needs. I think that's a disgrace for a country as big as this. So yeah, these were my highlights.
Okay, that's really cool. So your highlights were recognising how advanced we're in Britain.
Oh yeah, Scotland,
and
not Britain.
the debate aspect of it as well, Scotland. That's nice, okay.
Because Scotland's, when it comes to children's rights and things, I think we're a wee bit more advanced than America will ever be.
Okay.
Because children do have a voice in Scotland. America's children don't exist. You really need to test your boundaries with other countries, to be fair, because we can't just depend on what we learn in the UK or Scotland, because other countries deal with things differently, and it could be something we can take back and introduce into our towns, our communities, and vice versa. What we put back here as well could also help them. So yes, it's important to do international trips, 100%.
And we're starting with this band now. The new one is Dance.
With somebody, I want to feel the heat with somebody. You can dance, you can
Hey, I'm Leslie. I'm in 4th year at Glasgow University doing community development. No, I've enjoyed all of it. I like the day where we were actually helping out, we were actually, rather than just people talking about, we actually got to join in and actually do something. So I felt that was the comfortablest I felt the whole trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, being able to help out.
So the soup kitchen then?
Yeah, and then I enjoyed listening to the women there later on, hearing their stories about what they've done, their travel, you know, so, because we've always got imposter syndrome, you know, kind of growing up kind of thing. I can't go to university, but, you know, and there she's the same, she's been to, you know, so, yeah, it's...
Nice one.
It's a good experience. It's something different, you know. Some people might never get to travel, just depending on your circumstances. And that's the first I've been to the States, so I've never been before.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Just go for it, basically.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Emma Campbell and I am in my 3rd year of community development at Glasgow Uni. I think kind of being down on the ground, speaking to people, kind of understanding what they've been going through. The soup kitchen was an amazing highlight for me. Kind of seeing what goes on there, thinking about whether that could be kind of replicated in our country. But yeah, I think just getting down with people and understanding what they're going through. I think it's been really interesting to kind of see the differences in legal structures in America versus UK, so that's been a kind of big highlight, and it's a big takeaway to kind of understand when I go
That's
home.
brilliant, really good.
Well, honestly, I almost never got on the plane. I have pretty bad anxiety overall, and I was, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it on the plane, but everyone's been so incredibly supportive. I have never once felt like I've been on my own. I've always felt as if I had any wee panicky moments, not that there were less than I thought there would be, but I've always felt like I was in a really supportive environment and people were there for me. So if you're scared, absolutely do it, because it's been life-changing for me, and now that I've done this, I feel like I could absolutely do it again.
I'm Sinead Gormley. I'm a Professor of Community Development and Youth in the School of Education, and I'm also Deputy Head of School over Planning and Strategy.
Well, it's really nice to meet you, Sinead. So, Sinead, I want to just ask you a couple of questions about this study trip in the States. So we've got, is it 32 students over, I believe? See, for you as a lecturer at the university, how important do you think it is that students get this type of experience?
Yeah, I mean, I actually think it's totally vital, and the reason for that is, well, there's a number of reasons. One of the first is that many of our students would not have these opportunities if they didn't get it through these mediums. The study trips are relatively accessible in terms of funding because the team work really hard to get funding from different places within the institution. But also more than that, it's about learning about practice internationally. And you know, you can go on holiday to a different place, but you don't go to see community groups, and you don't go and see different practice, and you don't get to meet kind of academics, or you can go to an academic conference and only meet academics. So I think what this does is it blends academia, culture, community development practice, global context, and I don't think that you get that in many other spaces and places, so I think it's really important that we continue them.
That's a really good answer. See, so there's 32 students here from the University of Glasgow. Is there any issues arisen? This a melting pot of different people. Is there any issues arisen, and if so, have you noticed people using CLD kind of values to help them navigate through it?
Do you know, we were just talking about this on the way to the airport. I think having this amount of people has been beneficial, because I think there's something about people can find their own group, but they can also, if you get a bit, 12 days is a long time with each other, and I'm talking about staff alone, not just students. But you can go and then speak with other people. Do you know, there's that kind of eclectic mix. And I think actually people are kind of able to manage those, and I think some of that is because they're practitioners and they're used to dealing with things like conflict and used to dealing with variety of contexts and different people, and so I haven't found any major dramas on this trip, but of course it all could have been happening when I was not there, but I don't think so.
It definitely wasn't happening. Before we arrived in the States, there was a lot of concern amongst the students and maybe some of the lecturers about what's happening over here at the moment. How do you think, in terms of what you expected, what was the reality?
I think first of all there was a lot of concern. I think there's no question we were concerned about all our students getting in unproblematically. You know, we have students from all walks of life, and we certainly have an approach to inclusion and equality, and I was concerned that wasn't going to be necessarily respected getting through, to be honest. But we got through that without any major dramas, which was great. But I think the reality of being here has kind of made me quite concerned. I mean, you can read stories and stuff, but when we're out for dinner with, practitioners and academics, or you're talking to them their places, and they're telling you things like they're having to remove terminology like equality, diversity and inclusion off their website, that, they're really concerned about those students who maybe come from different backgrounds. I think that you can see a lot of people are worried about the future, and particularly if they're working in areas of education that are maybe focused on difference. And also we were in some projects that had lost funding, and so there's a real reliance now on philanthropy, and a reliance on individual donors, and a reliance on, and that makes things really difficult. Now, I think there's always been more of that reliance here in terms of practice than what there was in the UK maybe, but I think people are kind of worried about what next. And interestingly, someone said to me last night, if we had came on the study trip a year ago, it would have been vastly different to what it is today.
I think so. Just to finish up then, Sinead, can you tell us what's been your most maybe enjoyable social moment, and also your most favourite academic moment in this trip?
I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about the social moments, are we, Peter? We've had a great time, and we've done some amazing cultural things, including line dancing in Nashville, which, we were on water, a little bit of safe kayaking, I must say, which was just unbelievable, down the Cumberland Falls, just incredible. So, and there's also an element of some of the social events and games that we were playing, Battle of the Bands, I think will always stand out as a all-time high. So that's just made the trip's been really, really brilliant. Academically, I thought that the University of Kentucky doing their, I've actually got two, them doing their project on civic engagement. I So it was really interesting that they're really promoting that and thinking about civic engagement, something we're trying to continuously look at back in Glasgow. But the other thing, and I think was a real standout for me academically, was Berea College and going to see the Bell Hooks Institute. And not just seeing how they're really working day to day with these issues of inclusion and diversity, but also then getting to go to the archives and meet a Glasgow Uni graduate who's the archivist there, and getting to look through her journals and publications and seeing her writing. It was just incredible. Yeah, really incredible.
Well, that sounds incredible. How would you describe it?
I am Hannah Weir and I am a first year studying community development at the University of Glasgow. I really enjoyed working with the projects, learning about how community development works in America and how they are facing the challenges that they are at the minute. I would say go for it, because it's amazing and it's like a big family. I was the only first year on the trip and I only knew one person previously, and now I know everyone and love everyone.
So my name is Chloe and I've graduated from the University of Glasgow with my community development degree 2 years ago. It's been phenomenal to say the least. I've made loads of new friends. I came in with quite a different perspective from everyone else, as like I say, already graduated. So I was coming in a bit of a lone wolf, but I feel I jumped right in there and got to know everyone, and I've gotten to know a mixture of people, a variety of ages, variety of experiences, so it's been really, really good.
Cool. And what would you say is your biggest takeaway from the trip?
Biggest takeaway? Oh gosh, what a question. Biggest takeaway from the trip would be that you never regret just putting yourself out there and trying something new, even if you've got doubts, even if you're not too sure. It's important to just go for it, and especially being in a different country, because it's different cultures, different people you get to speak to. Yeah, just the biggest piece of advice, just go for it.
Will you come again as a challenge?
That is a shambles! That is a shambles!
My name's Gail McCloskey and I am studying community development and I'm in 4th year. Overall, probably getting to know the rest of the students and kind of meeting people, because you see them and you might pass them in the uni, but nobody ever says hello or speaks to each other. Well, I would say you should always go. It's a brilliant experience. You learn so much for different cultures, take so much back home, especially if it's like the community development kind of side of it. You'll learn so much that you can take back with your own kind of placement and kind of working.
My name's Peter Divers. I'm studying community development at Glasgow University. I'm a 2nd year student. I'd probably say meeting people is something I really, really value, and I mean that sincerely. And I've met a lot of amazing human beings. Some are older than me, some are younger, and I just feel for me that I've been inspired by the work they're doing, but also the humanity that lives within them. It gives me hope. I would say do not hesitate. Your trip's subsidised by the university as well, but to come and experience authentic places like America or India or Japan or whatever, it really is something, it's an opportunity to take, and you will regret not taking it, so just go for it. Could you please introduce yourself, tell us what you're studying at university and what university you attend?
Yeah, so I am Nicholas Oburn. I am an LCE major. I recently transferred in. I work with Brian Haynes, and I've been working on some of his projects for the last semester.
Could you tell us any advice or experiences of how you've received international students into your country?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Keeneland trip, for example, that was the first time I had ever been to Keeneland. That was fantastic. I got to meet all you guys. We all got to go in together. We got to hang out, talk about certain things, learn about the horses and everything. I thought it was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And as someone who is a fellow ginger, can you tell us your thoughts on Scotland being the capital of the world in terms of population with gingers?
I think that just reigns true to how amazing gingers are, and I think I have a little bit of Scottish in my blood through that. I got my jersey on right now, and I'm fired up and ready to go.
My name is Donna Connor. I'm studying BA in Community Development, and I am currently in third year, going to Bell Hooks for the day, because I've struggled with connecting to the theorists because I've worked in community development at grassroots for 25 years. So I'm here, as an older student, more mature, very mature. Bell Hooks just brought it all together for me, and then finding works of Bell Hooks when she was chatting to Frere, and I just thought, oh my goodness, I've been learning about these people, and also they feel more touchable, more tangible, you can use, and how reading Bell Hooks's all her diaries and everything, it just sort of showed how she had hatred for her dad for what he did to her, but then in the next chapter she would change it to love, and how that's the way she chose to live her life. And it's just sort of brought my whole learning experience of third year to a final closure. This is the first trip I've done, and it's been really mind affirming. Getting to know your peers from second, third, fourth and fifth year, and just 37 people put together, and how we've all really bonded over the same cause, community development, and how passionate everybody is. You would be silly not to go.
So my name's Holly Hunter. I'm in second year of community development, and I'm about to drop out and study arts with community, and that's no reflection of this course because I'll be very sad when I leave, and I love it. My takeaway experiences have been to challenge your inner perceptions or biases of a place that you're going to visit or a place you've never been. Go into somewhere without expectation. I mean, if you've got the opportunity, absolutely do it. It's like this trip has literally been life-changing. We could have been anywhere and it would still have felt the same way. It's just like the best people, the most supportive environment, and obviously getting to learn so much from experiencing a new place.
I'm Marley. I'm on my end of third year. I'm studying community development in University of Glasgow. Takeaway that society is crap everywhere and people have to pick up the slack what the government isn't doing. Go, do it. People think that they learn about other countries by going there on a holiday. I recommend going traveling, going study tripping. When I say actually traveling, not staying in fancy hotels, staying in hostels, meeting people, meeting locals, and actually immersing in the culture rather than just kind of chilling and having a wee rest. And study trips are perfect for this as well.
Hello. My name's Jill. I am in third year at Glasgow University studying community development. That for a lot of us, we've come over here with quite preconceived ideas of the States, and actually I'm going to be feeling quite ignorant that I don't know a lot, and I probably look more into things. I feel that a lot of the things that we're doing in Scotland is actually quite revolutionary, and we think that the States are quite advanced in many ways, but I think there's been great relationships, and I think people working in organisations here have taken a lot from us, and we've taken a lot of things from them that we can develop. So I don't know, I can't really answer it in so many words, but I've had quite a remarkable experience. Do it. I think I had walked past earlier and I heard one of my fellow students kind of saying about value for money. I think a lot of the backgrounds that we have, that international travel is not always affordable, and when you go places and you go to tourist resorts and you go to countries and you think you're well travelled, great, you can say you've been to a country and you can mark off countries saying I've been to Spain, I've been to Italy, I've been to wherever, but to actually experience real culture, talking to real people is just something that is just, my God, you can't put a price on it.
Hello, my name's Connor Johnston and I'm a second year community development student at the University of Glasgow. Just seeing a whole different view of the community work side of things, and also just meeting with the rest of the year groups and seeing how well we got on. I'd say just go ahead and do it. You'll have the time of your life.
My name is Sean. I'm studying the Bachelor's in Community Development at the University of Glasgow and I'm in second year. Oh, the rafting, 100%. That was my favourite experience because we're in the water, you're just relaxing, you're chilling, you're seeing that atmosphere. And after it was like I just couldn't stop smiling. I was just so happy and so proud of all of us, and it made you feel more confident as a person. Go for it, 100%. Take advantage of them while you have them. In an international study trip, like it's good to see community development in a different light, in a different context, and plus you never know who you're going to meet. Like I've met tons of nice people on these trips. I've spoken to them, gotten to know them, gotten to know their practice, gotten to know what their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations are. But also you get to see the lecturers like in a more personable light as well, and you get to know them more, and you get to see like their fun side as well. And you all essentially have a good laugh, and you're also like you get to see in our country for the first time the countries you go to I wouldn't have expected to go to, so definitely take advantage of them.
My name is Christopher Johnston and I am currently in second year at Glasgow University studying community development. The integration of all the different year groups, getting to know the different students from Kentucky's University, the UK, and also I would say that you know how much I love horse racing, so the day at the races was great. The experience of the bell hooks was fantastic, and the nighttime conversation when we had the panel was what a day that was. It was great. And then we've got to the falls, not the Falls Road as Sinead would say, but we've come up here and we've just integrated even more. We're having so much fun, just great laugh, great games. All I'd say is embrace it. I know with it being large groups at times, it can be that sort of a wee bit of conflict and some people are not happy, some people are happy, but embrace the situation that you have and enjoy every minute because it's for value for money was tremendous and we enjoyed so much of it.
My name's Robin Bernadette Glencross. I'm studying the BA in Community Development and I'm in second year. I think overall it's just been how much I've been able to be a human. In Glasgow I think I suffer with anxiety, like I have a lot of issues just taking part in community. And I've been allowed to have a lot of experiences and like it's just been really amazing, like everything, taking part, being a part of a group. I mean the bell hooks at Archive I think has changed me as a person forever. I don't think I'll ever be the same. Do it, like without hesitation. I think that would be my answer. I went back and forth about whether it was right for me, whether I would be able to do it. I'm neurodiverse and that comes with a lot of baggage and a lot of self-talk, and I'm really proud of myself, and to have that opportunity, like to come here from like I'm from the East End of Glasgow, like I don't have a lot of money, like to come and have this experience, I would have never been able to do it myself, so to be able to come here with so many other people, the cohort, it's just been amazing. Just do it, absolutely.
So I'm Anna and I'm studying community development and I'm in year 3 just now. It's always so interesting seeing how different communities work in different countries and how can we change things in Scotland, and also I've liked giving advice to people in Kentucky on how we do it in Scotland that they've all appreciated as well. Oh, and how far advanced Scotland is with community work. For such a small country we're actually doing quite a good job. Definitely go. It's amazing opportunities that you get that you just sometimes wouldn't get, and the lasting memories that you get, and you'll always remember them with people you've never met before. Like most of us just met on this Kentucky trip, and the friendships, connections that you will make.
Yeah, I'm Carla and I'm a third year community development student. So I think my biggest takeaway is I came with like thinking America's like bigger, better at everything, and like we're gonna learn so much, but I've learned that like I've been really reflecting on it, and I think there's so much growing America can do, and it's been really amazing to find out like all different people from all different walks of life. But yeah, I just think it's really made me become reflexive on what I do and think what I can always do better and strive to be more inclusive and stuff. I would say go for it. Like it's been the best opportunity. I got the opportunity to go to India last year, and I think it's really been life-changing, and you just get a whole different perspective on life across the globe.
My name is Claire. I'm studying community development and I'm in 4th year. I think what I was thinking was I expected to feel more connected to the American scene and kind of what was happening kind of social justice wise in America, so I haven't really done that as much, but I think I've really connected so much with the other students from other courses. I think I just love people who study community development, who do that in their communities, you know, fighting for a better world for people. They're just all really inspirational, and I've just really got a lot out of that. I would say do whatever you can to come. Definitely, it's been absolutely amazing. I think I got my very first passport to come to Japan on my first study trip, and I've not regretted a single minute. It's been amazing. It can be a struggle financially, but really the stuff that you learn about community development, the connections that you make, and just the, I don't know, cultural sensitivity and being able to understand the job that we're doing, but in different contexts, has just been amazing. I definitely come.
My name is Aisha Rashid and I'm in year group 3. This trip has taught me things that I just can't learn from a textbook at all, and I've just really immersed myself. I've gained insight to new skills, new perspectives that I can take back home, and not only improve my practice but also share my practice with my peers so that they can learn from this. It's deepened my sense of gratitude and opened my eyes to a new way of thinking and being. Most of all, I've made incredible connections and friendships that I know will last a lifetime. It's been unforgettable and honestly life-changing. If you get the chance, absolutely take it. Go in with an open mind, an open heart. Be ready to fully immerse yourself into it. Learn from the people and places around you, but also don't be scared to share your own experiences. The best experiences come when you let go of your own expectations and live in the present moment. Say yes to things, be curious, and trust that even the awkward and challenging moments are all part of the growth.
Yes, my name is Junior Montgomery. I am a second year or a sophomore student, and I am in leadership for community education. My passion is to go where the money is and make sure it goes to people who deserve it. So go to big corporations and encourage them to really increase their philanthropic efforts, and that's what I hope to do. Well, I'll say that a few weeks ago I came to Scotland and I had the best time of my life. And I had my first baby Guinness and it was wonderful. My perspective grew so much. I feel like I learned a lot about your culture and your country, but it also encouraged me to think about my country in different ways. And I'm sure that the same thing has happened to you all. You come to America and that's a very different country and you think differently about your own country because of it. So I think education abroad trips can be super valuable to our emotional and cultural intelligence. So I wanted to investigate how these education abroad experiences can grow our perspectives and make us better people. And hopefully by doing some structured research around that, we can make more excellent education abroad trips for people to come on. And hopefully we can all get to know each other better and grow our cultural intelligence and grow our perspectives. So I will say that I loved my experience in Scotland. And there's something that gets in the back of your head when someone you've never met before from across the world tells you, you should do this and you should try this. Whenever you all told me to try a new food or try a new drink or to go to this place and dance in this way, you know, all your fears leave. You can't hold on to those fears. You can't be reserved. Jump off the cliff and go experience it as much as you can. And those experiences will change your life.
My name is Siobhan and I'm in 4th year, just about to finish. I think it's kind of hard to just pick one because it's been absolutely incredible from the variety of different projects that we've seen and the different views that they have and the different stances, as well as it's been great fun just to get to know everyone in different years, not just some people as in my class, but people that have went to different years, as well as getting to meet incredible new people like you as well. And learn different things of what a real maker is like in the projects, as well as different people's projects and experiences.
That's amazing.
It can be daunting because it's like a different set in a whole different country and that, but try your best to go for it and grab it with your hands because you've not got these many incredible opportunities, and it's a once in a lifetime and you learn so much, not just in practice but also personally you grow as well. It's a great opportunity and memories you'll never forget.
My name's Dominic and I'm in 3rd year. I think that coming to America, you know, there's like a lot of things in the media and it's been quite eye-opening. I think like seeing the community work that is actually happening, the community work that is keeping communities together, that's been really special. I think that there's a lot to take back to my own community to put that work into practice. Just do it. Like, I think, so I was last minute on this trip. Somebody actually dropped out and I kind of put my name down for it, and I think that I'm so glad because I imagine missing this experience and like I've learned so much, and not just like on a professional note but like on a personal development, and also I've like got to meet so many people that are near my year group and hear the work that they do, and I think it's just been phenomenal. So I think you just need to go for it and just try it.
I'm Olivia Connor and I'm the 3rd year with the Community Development course. I've actually got 2, so if that's okay to say 2. We went to Berea College and we learn about bell hooks and that really was a full circle moment for me because we actually got to see her work in person and got to see where she taught, we read her diaries, and I think it instilled in us that the work we do is actually really important to the community. And she talks about love, and I felt love throughout this full journey. And another thing I took away from this trip is that people are working hard behind the scenes in America, and they hold the same values that we do, and that we are stronger together than we are apart. And we just need to keep going, and it's instilled in us that we're actually doing good work in the community, and we've made connections now that we can keep going with that. Just be open to all the opportunities. I think the course that we're on is very, very mixed, and a lot of people who have not had the privilege yet to go across the world, and just embrace the opportunities, embrace being open to all walks of life, being open to seeing different parts and learning even if it's not your same beliefs. We're Scottish students, we're very political students, the course that we're on, and we've come to a very different part, so it's being open to that and seeing their point of view, and just embrace it.
My name's Terry McTiernan, and I'm a final year student doing my honours year in community learning and development at the University of Glasgow. I suppose the biggest takeaway for me really was the Bell Hooks Institute. I've been reading a lot of Bell Hooks stuff over the last 4 years, and it's very easy when you're in that academic setting for you to perhaps just think of these people as theorists, authors of books. So to actually meet someone who had been taught by Bell Hooks, being in a space that's been created by Bell Hooks, it brought that entire last 4 years of education to life. Oh, absolutely. I've been really fortunate. I've managed to attend 3 of the international study trips, Japan, India, and now, of course, Kentucky. I'm a great advocate for them, simply because, again, within the academic setting, sometimes things can become quite dry. You're looking at things through books of theory, and there's a focus, of course, throughout the course of the 4 years on you doing placements, which is focused on practice. But in my experience, the international trips are really a fantastic opportunity to add colour to an otherwise black and white picture.
Okay. Hello, Brian Haynes. I'm a professor of Community and Leadership Development in the Department of Community and Leadership Development in the College of Ag, Food and Environment at the University of Kentucky. My colleague and spouse and I have been going back and forth to Scotland since 2010. Absolutely. Other than Amory and her sister Angela, this is the first time Scots have come to Kentucky, right? I think that's one of the beautiful things is that you get to see that we are very much cousins in how things work. Our geography, our stone fences, everything is very much, we're relatives just of a different age, if you will. I think some of the most impressive things that I've had, it's wonderful to have you attend things, but it's way more important to have you participate. And so I think the night that we had our graduate class together, with all of us in that big old classroom, the conversations were deep. They were intentional, they were meaningful, they were respectful. That's what global dialogue should mean, as far as I'm concerned. And to glean everybody's perspectives respectfully, I think that's the future of the world, not just the future of us, right? And if you think about that, how many generations were represented in that particular dialogue? And the passion that was coming from poetry, the passion that was coming from the debates, the passion that was coming from all of that, with a respectable nuance that was surrounding everybody. I think that the kindness, the awareness, the thoughtful and intentional listening, to me was one of the highlights. And I hope that you've done that with all of Kentucky. We tried to show you in the Community Innovation Lab, we have these partners, and we tried to show you those partners and why we do what we do. But I think it's most important for us to have those dialogues. And so I hope that this isn't the one and done from Scotland to come back to Kentucky, because we're now kin, right? We're now family. That's right, BFFs forever. And I think that is what to me means the most, is because, boy, we could actually change the world if we all came together. And I think that to me, that's what's more important than any politics. That's what's more important than any dialogue, any institution, is the world can be flat, and you've proven that by coming to my home and showcasing to me and helping me learn and helping my students learn. And hopefully we've been hospitable enough so that you learn as well when you return, because we go every 2 years. We would love to have you come as much as possible. And we just love that dialogue. And I'll be honest with you, there's nobody kinder than the crew that you've brought. So, I mean, y'all are absolutely just the most amazing people, and the world needs much more of you.
That's so lovely. Thank you so much.
Just sharing, because you mentioned this before you come, you were thinking how America is. Here, and you see there is a community working beyond that old politics.
Oh yeah.
Within the media, there is a community. That's what you are talking about.
Yeah, I was just talking about that in mine.
So, Ryan, anything we would like to ask, we didn't ask you.
Where do we go from here?
So, where do we go from here?
This is a great foundation, but it doesn't mean anything if we don't pursue further, right? All this is a wonderful memory. If we don't pursue further and maintain relationships and maintain our connections and move forward with action, then what? I mean, okay, so now we've changed thought, we've challenged some mindsets, that's fine. And I think that's a wonderful component of education. But for me, where's the capacity and agency associated with that? Isn't that why you're here as well? And so what can we do to provide strong relationships and foundations and maybe support things that you have going on locally that you never thought, oh, those Americans can't help us? Well, yeah, actually we can. We can do quite a bit of the research components. We can do a lot of those things that you may not have time for, and that can also be independently. And so then we ask, okay, so what can you all do, right? It's not that there has to be reciprocity always, but it should be collaborative and mindful. And so where do we go from there strategically to make that happen, regardless of bureaucracy? And that, I think, is the tougher question to ask. Bureaucracy always gets in the way of good intentions. It doesn't have to, and I think we've got very intelligent people here to move past any barriers that may exist.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you.
I love it.
I hope you come back.
Gladly.